Hey, I'm Nanette Hitchcock, and I'm one of the coaches here at the Speaker Lab, and I'm really glad to be on this episode of Talk Speaker to Me, because what we're trying to do is get some very 101 actionable ideas today on how do I start in this speaking business? How do I have the mindset that I'm not just developing a speech or telling my story, which you might have had some success with, but how do I really have a sustainable speaking business? That's the mindset we need to launch from, is you've got to have a sustainable speaking business. After a couple of decades of having businesses, I understand the hard work and commitment it takes to build a business. And there's a couple of really important things to launch from. So let's just get into two actionable items today that will help you launch into your speaking business. One, as I said, foundationally, you've got to think of it as a speaking business. And I want you to think today about two pillars. I often use this analogy because I like to think in images. It helps me understand. So think of it as two pillars that are holding up your business. These really important pillars are continuing to be strengthened. One of those pillars has to do with where you started, the idea, the compelling vision that you started with. We all started with an idea, right? We wanted to make an impact with our stories. We want to make sure that we're out there and that we're helping people to understand how they can bring transformation to their lives, and we want to be a part of that. So this first pillar is your compelling vision. It's really important to sit in that for a little while, because that's going to be your fuel that will motivate you to be on mission to have a really successful business and get sustainable results and have impact. So think about that. I want you to think about what your starting idea of why should this business exist? What is my compelling why? What group have I really viewed out there where I've seen some gaps and I want to step into that gap and close the gap? I want to provide solutions. I want to help them to solve problems. I want to bring about transformation and impact. And I want to be a part of that purposeful work here in my lifetime. So it's really important to sit in this pillar for a while and really think about, what is the destination? What is the benefit of me speaking into people's lives? What transformation am I bringing about? What solutions am I offering them? How am I going to help them solve problems and really make an impact? So once you have that you firmly plant your feet on, and you go back to time and time again of why does this business exist, it will give you fuel for the rest. But in this first pillar, it's just an idea. You've got to move to a plan. If you don't have a sustainable business plan that's supported with systems and strategies and practices, everyday disciplined practices that you are committed to, then probably that idea won't get out into the world in an impactful way. It will just stay an idea. And you might have some success to share that story here and there, but it will be all over the place. There will be no discipline behind it. There will be no framework that's supporting those ideas and helping them to get out into the world in a way that makes impact. So here's the other pillar that really holds up that business and keeps it committed and sustainable and tangible. So what's the plan? How can I start with a plan? I want you to start with one thing in your plan. I want you to think about one offering. How am I what's a channel that I want to communicate my messages through? What's a stream of income that I want to start with? Think of it as that channel where you're communicating these ideas through a stream of income that solidly lets you get those ideas out into the world. Some of you might decide, I'm going to be a keynote speaker. Some of you might decide I'm going to be a workshop speaker and develop out those workshops. Some of you might decide, no, I'm going to be an author first and really get my messages out in that way. Whatever offering it is, it becomes part of your business plan, your framework. Just decide one stream of income to start out with, and then get a goal, a financial goal that supports that stream of income. A lot of times we've gotten to the idea, we might decide, hey, I want to be a keynote speaker, but then we establish no goals to get there. We establish no financial plan that enables us to really develop out what we need to do in that stream of income. So then get to a goal, a financial goal that will say, okay, within 2024, 25, here's going to be the financial goal for that stream of income. And then reverse engineer, work back out of that. How many keynotes do I need to do? How many workshops do I need to do to get to the financial goal? Then you can start with the strategies and the systems that support that stream of income and that those goals, those integral goals that help you get to the final goal. There's a lot that comes after that of really breaking that down and staying consistent with checking that goal, making sure you have the systems and the marketing plan and other things to get you to the goal. But for right now, I want you to just look at your compelling idea. Make sure that you have really fleshed that out. That pillar of what is the ultimate benefit of me speaking into people's lives and sharing content and helping them solve problems? And then, okay, how am I going to convey these ideas? What stream of income is going to help me do that? And then what's my financial goal for that stream of income? And what is it going to take to get to that goal? That's a very simple 101, but it's a starting point. There's a lot more after this that I'd love to share with you, and I look forward to doing so as possibly your coach at the Speaker Lab. Have a great day.